What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, and I'm back at it again to discuss the latest crazy developments in the One Piece story. We definitely got some huge moments in this one, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy seeing these One Piece reviews on this channel and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button until it's as blue as Frankie's hair, and share this video with your cultured nakama. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Piece videos. It looks like there will be another break next week, and while we impatiently wait for the next chapter to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Piece playlist where I got videos about the Yonko, warlords, supernovas, all of the different and interesting types of devil fruits and more. Link in the description. Now, without further ado, let's jump into this one, spoilers and all. This chapter is called I've Kept You Waiting, and in a way, you can say this title applies to weekly Shonen Jump issues right now and their understandable breaks. But we'll see who's keeping whom waiting in the actual chapter. As we know though, when it comes to One Piece, it's always worth the wait. Last chapter, the Minks and their Sulong transformations were hyped up, understandably because it's a hella hype transformation, and here we get Kaido responding to that by saying that he's aware that they're about to transform into ravenous beast warriors, but he's the furthest thing from worried. He's back to his usual cocky Kaido, and simply laughs excitedly about the idea of facing off against an army of Minks. Now that Kaido is in tough guy fighting mode, it will be interesting to see who can do anything to him and how. All-Star Jack is in the house and he congratulates our samurai for coming as far as they did, but he claims that it was possible because of the inadequacy of the beast pirates. Now that they're ready though, he proclaims that they'll never again lay a finger on Kaido. If this is true or not remains to be seen, but Jack is right that it will be harder now that the element of surprise has been used and everyone is supposedly on guard and ready. Was the sneak attack all for nothing then? No, as I mentioned previously, it set an important tempo for the war, and illustrated that Kaido is not invincible and can be hurt and can even be made to scream like a wee lass. The morale boost that follows cannot be overstated, but still it's only a beginning and the hard part is only getting started. Of course, Jack here is super significant because of the rematch we've been waiting for him to have with Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. But not only that, Jack caused them and their people pain because of Raizo, and this is going to be Raizo's chance to set things right as best as he can as well. Nekomamushi simply states he's been waiting for Jack. So Jack is the waited for man. Everything flows well from one character to the next here, as Inuarashi picks up the discussion, adding that Jack is the man who destroyed their country that stood for over 1,000 years because he was looking for that man. And Raizo picks up from there, saying that he is in fact that man. He is Spartacus, aka Raizo. And finally, he gets a chance to pay back those who did so much for him, and not only that, he intends to pay the debt twofold. That's a goosebump inducing moment, and I personally really hope we see Sulong Inuarashi, Sulong Nekomamushi, and Raizo just triple team Jack. For now though, we start seeing some non-Inuarashi and Nekomamushi Sulong transformations take place. They want their masters to go after Kaido, but if non-red scabbards can take out an all-star even in Sulong form is questionable at best, and I need that satisfying personalized victory over Jack too. This may sound obvious, but the Sulong transformations make the Minks look like absolute beasts, and I love it. The panel with the musketeers looks especially lit, and I can't help but wonder how many more puns I'll make in this video. The transformed Minks look at Kaido in the distance, and the hype is real. Not that they'll be able to take down Dragon Kaido or anything, but still, the setup is so sweet. Beastified beasts trying to take down the king of beasts, a dragon. And we see a number 7 of the giant numbers in this chapter who actually doesn't look like an ant next to Kaido's dragon form, which is no small feat, and who dwarfs Jack in size. Again, not an easy thing to do. We have beast after beast in these panels. This is like the most OP zoo of all time. Interestingly enough, Jack needs to resort to calming his men, saying don't falter, the Sulong transformations don't last long. It's significant that he needs to utter those words, suggesting that beast pirates may have faltered and freaked out otherwise, and may still do so. We jump inside where Queen calls out Jack, and King in turn calls out Queen, saying he's definitely not the sensible one either. Obviously, King seems like the most rational and stoic of all the All-Stars, and the strongest as well, as the name suggests. While they make villain small talk, Shinobu tries to free Momo, but of course fails. King takes her and bam, throws her at high speeds right into a building like you might swat away a bee. Luffy, ever the straightforward one, says what we're all thinking, that seemed bad, and wonders if Shinobu's okay. As if Shinobu was the perfect distraction though, Momo starts getting freed. The chains break and Momo starts floating. Funnily enough, he comments on how scared he is because he's so high up. Pretty funny after verbally holding his own in the face of the strongest living creature while awaiting an execution, but he's still just a kid and we shouldn't forget that. Shinobu turns out to be okay while King goes to kick Momo. And then gloriously Sanji blocks his kick and we see that it was in fact him in his raid suit. I'm glad that Sanji's dream of being able to turn invisible has come true, and of course he wasn't just chasing women. Sanji is ready to help his friends when the chips are down, as we all knew he would be. Sanji saves Momo from the deadly king by passing him to Shinobu, who's well enough to run with him. As this exchange takes place, Sanji also tells Momo that him declaring his name was amazing, showing that he was here for that moment, and this is such a beautiful moment too. I've been missing Sanji, and for him to come and save Momo from King and Queen while also saying what we were hopefully all thinking to Momo about his speech, that is epic. In his large bird dinosaur form, King seems to all but skewer Sanji with his beak as he slams him at a high speed right into a building, to Luffy's shock and ours. Obviously, in that dangerous situation, Sanji definitely could have been impaled, but it probably won't happen. I hope he's not down for the count, but the fact remains that he's not going to be able to take down King, even if he can get up from this. Still, despite what happens from here, props to Sanji, who got one over on both King and Queen. Luffy then leaves Yamato to help take care of Momo with Shinobu. Hilariously, a dynamic appears that I didn't really think about. Since Yamato considers herself to be Odin, Momo is, by this logic, her son. And so she answers that naturally it should be okay for her to take care of her son. In the midst of all the other crazy things happening on this battlefield, Kaido's own daughter helping his rival's son, who she views as her own son, is pretty hilarious, and I definitely don't think we've seen the last of that comedic plot point. Then, as if Kaido, Sulong Minx, King in action, and Sanji returning wasn't enough hype, we get Big Mom rushing towards Luffy on Prometheus with her sword in hand. She is not playing around, my dudes. She wants to handle this quick so then she can eat, of course. No small motivation for Big Mom. And it's funny getting Big Mom's perspective when she tells Luffy that he's the man that ruins the fun for other people by constantly crashing parties. I love how she makes her murderous self seem like a victim and positions Luffy as this selfish party pooper. Big Mom's attack is deadly and completely disintegrates everything in its wake. Good thing Luffy dodged rather than trying to block it. This woman is as strong as they come. As some people are shocked at this display and at the idea of fighting two Kaido level opponents, Luffy wonders how he'll get to the outside when opponents like Big Mom keep getting in his way. And as Big Mom is wondering what happened to Luffy, Nami comes in with the much needed distraction. She of all things steals Zeus back to Big Mom's shock. How insane this is, I hopefully don't need to point out. Not only did Nami steal Zeus before, then almost get killed by Big Mom for it, she has the gall to take the Yonko's homie again. It's not just Luffy, his whole crew is willing to completely disrespect Yonko, and that's amazing, it really is. Nami has a great little conversation with Zeus. She's mad at him and says that he has to either choose Nami or Big Mom. Obviously Zeus is Big Mom's homie, and he says he can't defy her. Even if he prefers Nami, Big Mom straight up says she'll extinguish his soul if he disobeys her. So with tears in his eyes, he apologizes to Nami even as he's telling her to die. Nami, with tears in her own eyes, says she hates him and, like a girl breaking up with her boyfriend, says that their relationship is over. Now, I do think this is more so a distraction than anything else, and I would be very upset if their relationship was in fact over, since these two are perfectly matched, and the last thing we need is for Nami to lose her power upgrade. So I'm hoping we get to keep seeing these two shine brighter than Prometheus together after this battle. And you know how I was just talking about how Nami had the gall to steal Zeus for the second time from a Yonko? Well, that's not even the biggest shocking thing that happens to Big Mom this chapter. Frankie comes in singing Frankie Freedom Rider and slams his cycle right into Big Mom's face as Brook cuts Zeus in a more classy, less in your face way. Ah, Franky, the Kamina of One Piece, can we please get a blue like up in here to honor his glory? The bystanders are shocked that people would really do this to Big Mom, and Franky just makes it worse. As if it wasn't even worth noticing, he mentions, whoops, did I drive over something? And then says, whatever, it's not like it was a flower or anything. He smiles in the coolest way possible as Nami calls out Big Bro. What a boss Franky is, and what a boss crew the Straw Hats have become. We're at the stage where not only Luffy, but the other members are more than prepared to disrespect Yonko to their face. Sanji, Nami, and Franky were the MVPs in this one, and they were absolutely glorious. Wow. And that, my friends, my nakama, is another great chapter for the books. As always, let me know what you expect to see in the next chapter and what your thoughts are about this one. I just keep loving Franky and Nami in particular more and more. It almost scares me how much I love them, it really does. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video and want to keep the reviews coming, you know what to do. Channel the glory of Franky and his blue hair and turn that like button blue and share this video with your nakama. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Piece videos. It looks like there will be another break next week, and while we impatiently wait for the next chapter to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Piece playlist where I got videos about the Yonko, Warlords, Supernovas, all of the different and super interesting types of devil fruits you can imagine, and so much more. Link in the description. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!